Okay, London session live, starting London session in 15 minutes, going through the London session pairs and marking off my watch list. So I'm looking at monthly, weekly, daily, and the H8 bar, and I'm looking at this setup time frame, this text on top. I want this setup time frame to be in a unidirectional cycle, and if it is, and if it meets other criteria that I'm looking at, which I'll explain on the Whop this weekend, it tells me that I can use this time frame as my higher time frame bias. And once I set the bias on this time frame, then the idea is I drop down to lower time frames where I trade this bar and trade in that direction of the higher time frame push. So currently, nothing here is lit up. There's problems here. There's a range high fake out. You can see there in the month execution. There's a bearish fake out bar followed by a bullish fake out bar that creates a range. I extend the highest highs and the lowest lows, and we're faking out that high. So whenever we fake out one side of the range, I expect price to come down to the other side, but the setup bias for me is bullish. So there's mixed bias here. I don't want to use a mixed bias time frame to frame my entire trade. So this one's out. This gray box here tells me that the setup time frame and the momentum time frame are not aligned. So not going to use D30, is not going to put it on the watch list. So moving on here, UK 100. UK 100, this one's lit up, tells me that all the conditions I'm looking for to set this as my hard time frame exist. So the whole idea now is that I'm looking to trade this bullish move on a lower time frame. So on the 6 months, we're in a trend breakout. So the 6 months breakout level is right here, and we're breaking out above the previous 6 months high. So we're continuing that breakout move. Momentum time frame is in a pullback continuation. So we have a breakout right here. That's a 3 months breakout. Price came down, faked out the low. That's a fake out retracement, and then got back above the breakout level. So that's a pullback continuation cycle. And this is one of the entry patterns that I look for. I look for three entry patterns: reversal patterns, continuations, and pullbacks. That pullback continuation is a pullback pattern. Breakout, flipping the breakout level, faking out the lows of fake out retracement, and then getting back above breakout level is a pullback continuation. So that's this one right here, breakout. Flipping the breakout level is a false breakout. Fake out retracement, faking out the low, coming back up to that pullback continuation breakout level. So we're continuing this move up. And all these black arrows tell me that this just loops all the way back out to that breakout. So now I'm looking for a repeat of this cycle. And the cycle continues to repeat itself until at one point it just ends up flipping and going down. And so I'm going to put that there. The setup on these moves, I'm always looking for trend retracements. Setup is faking out that previous day low. So we have broken out below previous day low. I need this to get back up in order for me to be interested. But I can immediately see that we're in a range here. Day range low. We have triggered that low of the range. So I am bullish on this move. So this does make sense. But again, I need this to kind of get back into the previous day low. If it gets back above previous day low, it also flips that H8 breakout level. And so this gives me some good confluence here. When you flip that H8 breakout level after a bearish breakout, that's a reversal pattern. This is my favorite pattern. These only happen at swing points. Breakout reversal, flipping the breakout level is a false breakout, and getting above the high is a trend reversal. So on the big chart here, breakout reversal, flipping that breakout level is a false breakout, and then getting above the high, above that breakout level, is a trend reversal. So right now it's in breakout and it's continuing to break out. But if we get back above here, this is a breakout reversal move. Getting above this breakout level, this H8 breakout level, is a false breakout. And the trend is confirmed to reverse if we get above this H8 high. But right now it's going in the wrong direction. So I'm not looking at this at the moment. So I can trade this is a weekly bar. I can trade that weekly bar itself, or I can trade the weekly momentum, and I trade that weekly momentum on the H4, H8. If I hover over that at the bottom there, you can see detail execution. Weekly momentum is H4 and H8. So I can trade the weekly momentum right here. So if I'm trading a bar move, usually it's going to be a strong breakout bar, and I'm looking for a trend retracement back up. I trade the bar. But if I'm looking for a move, like let's say I missed that first move and I'm looking for a pullback I'm trading the momentum. So momentum is here on the H8. I'll drop down to H4 to give me some more detail on this move. I'm looking for a fake out of a low to take this back up. So faking out the previous week low would be right here. And this would allow me to take this back up. So there's two things I'm looking for. Price to come down, fake out the previous week low. This is the preferred one. I like to be at the low of the week. Actually, we are at the low of the week, but I can see that we're in a range here. I would like to be as low as possible, basically, um, before taking it up. And the reason why is I want to hide my stop loss at the lows of the day, low of the week, low of the month, as much as I can. And then I can just hold on to that move. So this is two things I'm looking for: price to come down to that previous week low, or to flip that H8 breakout level to take it back up. But for sure, my bias is bullish here. We are coming down on the weekly, but overall, I am bullish on the higher time frames. I treat all these moves as pullbacks or retracements until we flip breakout levels. So the weekly breakout level is right here. If we get down below that, then I'm looking for sells. So moving on here. So gold still overall bullish, but we are having these strong moves down, and we're at a point right at that. Looks like it went right to that breakout level. This is a point where it can kind of do anything. This can hold and continue back up, or it can break and look for a entry back down. I've been looking for buys on gold recently, but it's been stuck right at that week level for quite some time. And then yesterday's New York session, it broke out down below. Finally broke out of this range. So it was an inside bar here that creates a range. And then yesterday we finally broke out of it. So now gold is moving. Technically, currently it's bearish, but overall I am bullish on it as long as we stay above this monthly breakout level. So I am looking for price to get back above. My bias is set on the monthly time frame. On the monthly, I would like it to flip this weekly breakout level. That would be the safe move, but it is quite far away. If I want to get in aggressively, it's going to be at the flip of this H8 breakout level. Again, this is going to be a fake false breakout move. Breakout reversal. Getting above H8 is a false breakout. Getting above the H8 high is a trend reversal. Have to be careful about this though. Weekly and daily are pushing down. So safer moves would be above previous day low, which is also that H8 breakout level. But we would still be in breakout on the weekly. But faking out that previous day low would allow me to reverse that weekly move. Lower time frames reverse before higher time frames. On the weekly, there are 5 daily bars in 1 week. If one of them gets faked out and then starts flipping its bias, then there's a good chance, 20% chance that the weekly will start pushing up as well. Yep, so I'm okay with this. Going to keep an eye on this one. With gold, I prefer to buy gold, and I do want to hold as long as I can. So I might have a look at this one very soon. Okay, I'm going to speed it up here, 7 minutes. So oil, I'm looking at as well. I've been seeing this past couple of days, but we're above previous week high. Couldn't take that. Now it looks like we broke out below. Currently, we're still above it, but this tells me that we are in a breakout continuation on the H8 on the weekly. So breakout continuations tell me that the peak is possibly not locked in. Something I don't like about this is that it reacted exactly at that breakout level. So I do need to be careful about this. I'll keep an eye on this one. Usually I prefer trading oil in New York, but I don't mind it here as well. So I do like this one. Shortlist that. EJ, nothing here, nothing. So currently it looks like yen pairs are starting to reverse bias. I don't have a proper setup on them yet. So with the way that I trade at the moment, I'm just focusing on trend trading. So these would be reversals. But I'm not focused on that at the moment. Just focused on trend retracements. So nothing here for me. There was one here on H2, but those are usually smaller moves, more scalps. Those ones I prefer trading major pairs or other pairs with very small spread. Euro USD, nothing going on over here. Looks like it is bullish. We're in a range high fake out. So we did fake out the range high. Daily is going the wrong way. Breakout. We're above the breakout level, but the breakout conditions not correct. We have an inside bar, breakout followed by an inside bar, followed by a fake out bar. I want this breakout bar to either be the current bar that I'm trading or the previous one. If it's not, then it's very likely that you're stuck in a range. And my preference, I don't mind trading in ranges, but my preference is for price to actually break out of that range, and then I'll get in on the pullbacks. So nothing for me here. So something else about this process that I'm doing, uh, it does reduce the amount of trades that I'm taking now. And that is intentional. That is by design. I do want to spend a little more time with family and outside of the computer. So that's one reason why I took a bit of a break to rethink my strategy and my how I'm approaching trading. Okay, so GU, we have one. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I don't really like trading in the middle of nowhere. Lots of times, you can kind of do anything up here. Faking out that broke out, stayed above the range, so that's all right. We had a breakout over here, failed. We're now coming back up. This one, it's a false breakout move. Safer move would get above previous H8 high, which we're already above that, and we are in a range on the H8. So a little bit tricky for GU. Just keep moving on. USD Swiss. So nothing here. Gives very strong bearish vibes. But currently we're above this range. Needed to get down a bit. Maybe I'll have a look at that later. But for me, my style is I trade. I don't wait for the setup. I want the setup to be already there. So not gonna. Technically, I can't put it on, and I'll just follow my rules. Euro Oz bullish, looking for a fake out of a low to take it up. We're faking out that previous day low yesterday, it looks like. Now we faked out that week low over here. So this is set up right now. Proper entry is above that weekly breakout level. I think that's a bit too far for me, so I want to get in earlier. I can use the H8 as my time frame because as my hard time frame bias because this is lit up. We're in a good unidirectional cycle. All the conditions I'm looking for exist in this, so I can drop down to the M15 where I trade the H8 momentum. So I do want to see pullbacks to the low to get it. Last H8 close outside bar. These are actually good times to take breakout trades, but we do have that previous day low right there. Right up here, I have to be careful about this level. I'll see how this closes, and I might, if it pulls back, then I'll attempt this one. I kind of like this. Euro CAD. So we have bullish here, but we did fake out that 3 months high. Faking out the previous week low, but we're in the middle of a range high, range low. Was Euro Oz in a range? I don't think I saw one. Nope. So we're okay with that. EuroCAD is in a range here, week range high, week range low. I would prefer it to come down, fake out the low. Right now it's faked out the high. I expect price to continue on down. So I won't trade this one. Euro GBP, nothing here. Let me just get Euro Oz. Oil's pushing down. We're right at London Open, so don't want to. It's a little bit late. H8 looks all right. Trying to get in on any pullbacks here. So gonna see if I can get a retracement here. Okay, Euro GBP. All right, nothing on Euro GBP. Euro NZD. Did fake out that 3 months high, not the prettiest looking one. GBP AUD. Nothing. We have mixed bias here, bullish, mixed, bearish. That's never nice to see. Let's see what the H8 is doing. Looks like we're in ranges here. Nothing on this one. GBP CAD. I think I was bullish on this one. Our time frames are bullish, faking out a low too far away. We're above, and the daily is bullish as well. Bullish fake out bar coming back up. Last bar closed bearish fake out. These are times I could take nice breakout trades from here, but I prefer to have some sort of consolidation. If all of this happened right now, then I would take that breakout, but don't really like what's going on here. Okay. So this weekend I'll explain this process a lot clearer in the Whop. I'm still working it out. This is something that I've changed in the past couple weeks, so I won't make it official. That's why it's in beta. But I do like the trades that I've been taking and the way that I've been taking them. So I think I'm ready to talk about this a bit more. Getting below this level would turn that bearish. Right now it's not, and I'll just have a look at that later. Actually, I really like this structure. It's pulling back up really nice. Weekly breakout is down low though. It would have been nicer if the current one closed to breakout. Anyways, I'll have a look at that if it sets up. CAD Swiss on the watch list here. Pulling back, fake out the previous week high. That's good. We're in a weak range, which is not good. We faked out the low of the range. Coming up, I would prefer to fake out the high of the range, but now we're getting stuck below previous 3 months low. So this also not too bad. Once price got above, proper setup is below the weekly breakout level. Otherwise, it's going to be a trend breakout from below here. Breakout. Okay. Yeah, so looking for sells on that one. Swiss JPY, nothing. And on the H8, nothing. Euro Swiss, nothing here. Relook at that one. Just really ugly in the range. Immediately, without this, I immediately like this structure. But in terms of cycles, it's all over the place here. These are all bullish, but we're in ranges. This one's mixed. Yep, so nothing I can do with this one yet. All right, so that's the watch list. Going to focus on gold, oil, Euro Oz, CAD Swiss. Okay, those are the four I'm looking at. And let's see if these set up. So I was trading Asia today, but did not take anything. Didn't nothing set up. Actually, all went opposite of what I wanted. Um, all right, so that's it. And now just gonna wait. Okay, so I'm gonna try to attempt an aggressive entry right here, reacting right at that monthly breakout level. I am overall bullish. We broke out below previous week low, broke out below previous day low, and now we're faking out the H8 low. So faking out that H8 low allows me to reverse this daily move, and we're getting above H2 breakout level right now. Okay, so gone in here, stop loss at the low of that structure, and I am attempting a move all the way back up to the highs. So I'm going to hold this a bit longer. First target, daily breakout level, but I want to take it back up to that previous week low. So attempting this move, reversal setup over here. Trend reversal, we have a trend breakout on the daily, and then we have a breakout reversal on the middle time frame, and then on the lower time frame on the H2. Well, right now it's a breakout reversal as well, but I got in on when that H2 flipped, but it did not hold. Here's H2 breakout level. This is the early entry on this false breakout move on the H2, but the confirmation move is this H2 high. I'm trying to attempt a little bit of an aggressive move. If I got taken out, I'll just wait for another entry, but I'm definitely going to try to take this back up. Gold tends to do this. We'll fake a move down, and we're still bullish on it, and then just try to get in at that very low point. And maybe I'll try to get in here as well. So I took that false breakout entry, and I'm going to look for a trend reversal entry as well. Okay, so Euro Oz pushing up. I was looking for a buy on this one. This one, it is getting above previous week low, and we've already flipped that daily breakout level. So this would be good to go, but would prefer a pullback on that one. CAD Swiss, looking for a sell, not there yet. And oil looking for a sell. It is a bit high up for me. I think I would prefer a pullback on this one. And my spread on oil is not really the best. So my spread on gold is all right. So I don't mind taking something like this. Okay. Okay, that first position got taken out. Waiting for another position here. So we're still in a breakout continuation. So I took that first one. Now it looks like it's setting up again. Okay, attempting this move again. Actually, no entry there. No entry because it didn't fake out the current low. Okay, I thought I was going to enter, but I did not. So ideally, what I want to see a breakout of the M15 low over here in the next 15 minutes. Get below here, and then get back above. We're still in a breakout continuation. I find that breakout continuations, when they work, are really good. They often will go to that level, but when they don't, they just then they don't get there. Um, the reversal patterns and the pullback patterns are better most of the time, I feel. Okay, so just still waiting. Okay, oil is setting up here, pulled back on the M15, faking out the high. This is a fake out retracement move back to that breakout level. This is an aggressive entry. I don't mind taking this one. Spread isn't the best, so I'm going to have a wider stop, but there is plenty of space to go down, so I don't mind attempting this. Looking for a continuation here. So gold going the different direction. So I am taking more of an aggressive approach on this one. Want to get in as tight as I can. But if we flip this monthly breakout level, then I'm no longer looking for buys on this. Your Oz, could take that one, but I was looking at oil here. Okay, it's pushing down. Still not yet. Maybe I'll switch this to oil. Okay. We're in a range here. Nope, not yet. Range held. And now we're in a range on the M15. So I do want this to come back up, fake out the high. I'll switch this to gold. So I'm always looking for momentum. Momentum was bullish, and then once it flipped this, now it's bearish here. So I do need this to flip back. So I'm just going to focus on oil at the moment. Trigger the M15 low. Need it to get it back above. Okay, well, wasn't looking at this one. This would have been the entry. Coded exact entries in my style of trading. So this would be that breakout continuation entry. All right, so now gold entry again over here. So the breakout reversal entry. These are aggressive entries, but I'm looking for an aggressive move at the moment. So I already entered here. Stop loss at the low. And I'm looking for a move all the way back up. So this is an entry that I'm just going to hold on to it. Kind of like an investment, basically. Okay. And so let's see what happens here. Took this one, breakout reversal, really at the low. So the reason why I was interested was we're right at that monthly breakout level. Was trying to find a way to get in. And so I'm just getting a very small risk. I'm not risking a lot, 0.1% basically. And I'm just going to be sizing in as we go up above. So yeah, so that's it. Oil did not trigger anything. Euro Oz also ended up failing here. Could possibly continue on, but don't know. Just took that one on gold. Up now, oil has triggered the highs. Wouldn't mind if it. Nah, I'm just gonna stick with gold. Don't want to take too many here. Okay, so hopefully I caught the low, and let's see what happens. All right, so price moves pretty nice. Taking partials here at the previous day low. Didn't quite get there, but close enough, and it's the start of the new H4 bar. I would expect price to retrace a little bit. Not going to sit around, just taking what I got, and then that's it. Leaving the rest going break even, and leaving the rest to continue this monthly move. Okay, so Euro Oz looked like it moved up slightly a bit as well, ran up to that fake out level. I have higher time frame biases, bullish. I think I saw the entry right here. First one would be here, stop loss at the lows. Would survive this pullback, this entry would be better. This is a reversal pattern entry, false breakout, went straight to the next high, the H1 high. If you're scalping, this would be your target, but I don't usually look at these short targets anymore. I'm looking for larger moves, so I would be definitely holding it up for an even higher move. Higher time frames all bullish here, and yeah, so this one would have worked out. Could take partials or do whatever you want over there. CAD Swiss, I was bearish on this one. Did not set up, I don't think. Where am I? 14. Yeah, so no real setup. Needed it to break out of that entire structure. Oil looked like it's a good move. Right here would be a breakout continuation entry. This one would have been a stop loss. This one would have been good, at least down to that low. But again, I'd be looking for a larger move. I'll have a look again at this in New York. But yeah, see what the 1 minute entry is. So again, I've coded these entries. So they're perfectly, they work perfectly. False breakouts, trend reversals, all these entries are exactly where they should be. This is a false breakout move. This is the one that failed, but could have got this one, and this one would have worked. False breakout, trend reversal. Yeah, the lower the time frame, the more riskier the trade. You'll get more stop losses that way. But if you trade on the 2 minute, one of these would be the entries. If you trade on the 3 minute, then you're looking at H1 momentum, and this would be the entry. So, all right, and let's see if this wants to continue on. And that's it.